Hi, I'm Carrie and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I've lost 200 pounds and I'm continuing the journey to release the rest of my weight. I am so glad that you're here with me today. Excuse the look, I just got done walking and the pollen is terrible, so I look awful, like puffy and all of that. But I do want to get back to the video. So, if you feel overwhelmed, or stuck, or like you failed too many times to try again, I want to talk to you today because you don't need the perfect plan. You don't need a fridge full of prep food. You don't need more willpower. You just need to decide to take one small step. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do today to start your journey with love and not shame. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I remember a moment not too long ago. I had just had this come to Jesus moment where I knew I had to do something. It's really embarrassing to talk about because I had just had this big meal and I had just had way too much to eat. We had gone to our favorite Mexican restaurant and I had like enchiladas and cheese dip and probably some sort of other extra thing, and I had 2 crumble cookies. So it's the kind of meal that leaves you completely full, but also feeling completely empty. I was having heart palpitations and I felt terrible. And I was sitting there and I thought, what have I done to myself? And how am I ever going to fix this? I've tried to do this 100 times. And now I was in a situation where I weighed so much that it felt too big. It felt too impossible. I needed to lose so much weight and I was so addicted to food and I really did not trust myself to change. And all of these things just felt too overwhelming. On top of that, my dad, and I am an only child and a daddy's girl, was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And I was just already thinking about quitting before I even started. Like, how was I going to deal with all of that was going on and try to take care of myself at the same time? However, I knew I couldn't go on and something had to change. I couldn't wait. So for once, I didn't just jump into this new plan or start a 30-day boot camp. Instead, I made one decision. Just make a clean breakfast. No oil in it, no sugar, no salt, no animal products. Just a simple and nourishing meal. That one meal, that was the first promise that I made to myself and that I kept to myself. And it didn't fix everything overnight, but it was a start. So here's the first thing that you can do today. Clean up that one meal. That's it. Just one. Don't worry about the whole week. Just choose. Heck, don't even worry about the whole day. Just choose what your next meal will be. Keep it simple. Steamed vegetables, beans, fruit, whatever you have. My meal I chose was breakfast because for me, that one was a super easy one to do. And so I just wanted to do overnight oats because I don't like the cooked oatmeal because I don't like the texture of it. I'm kind of a texture person and textures weird me out. So crazy enough, the overnight oats texture I love. So overnight oats and some fruit. Strawberries are my favorite, and so strawberries it was. And as a matter of fact, it was so easy, so delicious, that I still have that same meal for breakfast today. You are not trying to be perfect. You are simply saying, I am worth showing up for. And that one meal will tell your body and your brain you're doing something different now. So the second thing that you can do today is get rid of one trigger food. You know the one, that food that pulls you back every time. For me, it was ice cream. It had to go. And I used to have these thoughts and would think getting rid of that food, and ice cream was keeping me sick and unhealthy and miserable. But I would say to myself, it isn't fair. Why do I have to not eat it or get rid of it? Other people can eat it. Why couldn't I? I had to stop focusing on that because they really just started becoming excuses in my situation. And so I just made the decision to throw it out. You don't have to clean out your whole kitchen. That can be very overwhelming. Just the thought of it can be. Just choose one thing and let it go. Throw it out. Give it away. Remove it from your space. This isn't about wasting food. It's about protecting your healing. Food addiction loves convenience. Trust me, I know. So just make it a little harder to slip. It's a boundary and not a punishment. The third thing, move your body for 10 minutes. This isn't a workout. It's not a punishment. Just think of it as what it is, movement. So walk, stretch, bounce, breathe. Let your body feel alive again. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. And if you are like I was when I started, and you couldn't move, you couldn't walk, it was hard enough just to get from one place to another and you were out of breath, then just sit on the couch, march in place. Lift your legs off the floor while sitting in the chair. Grab an arm cycle. And you can either do it with your arms like this, or you can do it with your feet like a bicycle. I've done it both ways. If you have a rebounder, like I do, just sit on it and bounce. I've done that. Shadow box while sitting. So, just shadow box while sitting. I've done that. I love it. Do some chair aerobics. Maybe you're a little further along and you're able to do some standing. When I got up to that point, I walked up and down my hallway, back and forth, up and down. And then I went up and down my stairs. Even if you're further than that, when I got a little bit further down the road, go for a walk or a bike ride. Just move a little today. Movement reminds you, I'm not stuck. I'm still moving forward. And this one, friends, is so powerful. Say something kind to yourself and say it to yourself out loud. It might feel awkward. You might feel dumb. I don't care. You're not dumb. Just do it anyway. So try this. I am proud of myself for showing up today. I don't have to be perfect to be powerful. My body is not my enemy. It is my home. That voice in your head, it matters. I used to think all of this was a bunch of woo-woo stuff, and it's really not. How you speak to yourself matters. It matters more than you will ever know. Trust me, you cannot hate yourself into healing, but you can speak yourself into peace. And the last thing that you can do today, make one small promise to yourself and keep it. Not a big one, not some dramatic one, but something small. So like, I'll prep my breakfast for tomorrow. I'll drink water before I go to bed. I won't scroll late tonight on my phone. The power isn't in how big the promise is or even in what it is. It's in keeping it. So, want to know one promise that I started with? No snacking. Only 3 meals a day. It was something that I knew I could do. because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you are building trust, and trust is how you heal. So let's recap. Clean one meal up. Remove one trigger food. Move your body for 10 minutes. Say something kind to yourself. And make one promise and keep it. 5 things. 5 easy, simple things. You don't need a Monday. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Right here, right where you are, right now. Start with what you can do today and watch what happens next. Let me know in the comments which one of these will you do today. I would love to cheer you on. And if you're ready for more encouragement, I would love for you to subscribe and become a part of the family so I can help support you. And until our next conversation, remember, you aren't alone in doing this. We're doing it together. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.